And we are live yet again. This time I am joined by Steven.
Hey.
Okay, so yeah, last they announced a opening video at for us 4:30, and I thought that they would spend just some time talking about news and stuff, and it turned out to be like a 3 minute. Hey guys, we're gonna make videos today.
Oh.
um, so anyway, so with that being said, um, I just canceled that stream, and now we are on this stream waiting for the Heroscape reveals to start. Now, unfortunately, it looked like somebody did leak, accidentally release the prices on the Renegade website a little early. So the master set, which is this bigger box you're seeing, which we were seeing in the background before they just went to the live thing, but the bigger box you saw in the background, for the pre-painted miniatures that come with it, that is going to be $225. And I think the guy said the smaller box was going to be, in the like it was like going to be over $100. The smaller box I'm not as sure on, but he did say that Renegade gave us the option to buy unpainted miniatures, and for the unpainted miniatures it's $125.
Okay.
Which I thought that it was going to be close to $200 when I heard that they were going to be pre-painted miniatures. I am actually really glad for me that they are offering the unpainted option, because I can get two of those boxes for the price of one if they're just painted.
Right.
So,
Yeah, that's really nice.
Well, now it's buffering. Is it buffering for you?
It is. Yes.
Okay, good. So it's not just me. Oh, hey, look, there's Joe Crazy. He's in the chat. Joe Crazy is a guy that's a fellow content creator, Heroscape. He's exclusively Heroscape. We are more just tabletop gaming in general, so. Anyway, this is your worst nightmare, by the way, when you've set up all day and then you have technical problems like this.
Right.
Anyhow, so they said that they're pretty much going to announce the, they're going to announce pretty much the date and the prices, and they're going to talk about the future of supported play, which, tournament organizations and stuff. So, I'm thinking that it's going to be, they're not going to talk about anything past Wave 1 today, which, I mean, that's fine, because that's, if what I've read is correct, that's supposed to come out in August. And I'm a little glad, because this year's actually been a little top-heavy for me in board games.
Right.
Thunder Road, Vendetta, they're doing a reprint with the Maximum Chrome expansion, and the Carnival of Chaos, which Thunder Road is already kind of like Mario Kart, and this is kind of like the battle mode of Mario Kart. Battle mode plus like the coin collecting from Super Smash Brothers, where you have to have the most coins at the end to win.
Oh yeah.
Which it looks fun. I mean, and Thunder Road is one of my favorite games. So we're backing that. I've been putting money back for that for a while now, so I do have that covered. But then Imagination just went live on Kickstarter, so they're bringing out unprinted sets that were already completed. So for me, I'm actually a little glad this is coming out in August. Plus, there's a G.I. Joe and Power Ranger expansion.
Welcome, everyone.
Yep, here we go.
Valhalla have opened, and Heroscape is back. I'm Jordan, Marketing Manager at Renegade, and today I'm joined by Lee Huff to talk about the upcoming Wave 1 releases that will be coming in August. Lee, do you want to introduce yourself?
Sure. Hello, I'm Lee, Associate Producer for Heroscape.
Uh-oh.
Oh. It's also buffering for me.
Yeah, like, we're like several cities away from each other, so this is I'm not seeing the chat, though. Usually the chat will say F or something like that.
The buffering is breaking my heart. There it is.
Can you tell us a bit about your history with Heroscape and any experience you have in the game industry?
Oh, no.
For sure. So I've played Heroscape since
Jordan's
2004.
panicking right now.
And Heroscape, along with some of my other favorite tabletop games, inspired me to pursue a career in the tabletop industry. In 2019, I joined Fantasy Flight Games as an organized play coordinator, where I helped produce
Oof.
Yeah, that
exciting and unique prizes for organized play kits and tournaments for games like Star Wars X-Wing and Arkham Horror, the card game. A year later, I joined the where I helped make games for Atomic Mass, Z-Man, and Fantasy Flight Games. Some of my favorite games that I worked on include Shatterpoint, X-Wing, and The Initiative.
That's awesome. Yeah, that's quite the rap sheet. Well, all right. Yeah, I'm really excited to be here with you. So today we're going to be covering all of the upcoming Wave 1 releases, our Gen Con launch, as well as running through the official organized play program for Heroscape.
Right.
So I know you guys have been waiting. Without any further ado, let's get into the reveals. Our first reveal is the Battle for the Wellspring Battle Box. This is the first of its kind. Lee, can you tell us what a battle box is and a bit about this release?
For sure, I'd love to. So a battle box is a new offering in the Heroscape game line. Each battle box contains a unique self-contained narrative that can be played on its own without requiring any additional Heroscape content. And by the way, battle boxes can be added to other pre-existing and future Heroscape releases. So it's the perfect starting point for new players and a great game-enhancing addition for fans. The Battle for the Wellspring contains enough content to support 2 players. It scales up to 4 with the addition of a master set. And I know I just mentioned this like 30 seconds ago, but the Battle Box and all upcoming Heroscape content will be compatible with previous Heroscape releases. The Battle Box contains everything you need to play Heroscape. It comes with 31 hex tile terrain pieces, 6 new miniatures and their army cards, 4 playable scenarios, 2 13 height large jungle trees, order markers, wound markers, powder markers, combat dice,
right now.
D20, and Glyph of Brandar.
All right. Now, before we actually dive into the details of all that's in the box and show you some of these new minis, Lee, can you tell everyone about the 2 options they'll have when ordering the battle box?
Here it comes, yeah.
Yes. So some of you might already know,
Sergeant Drake.
but for those who don't know,
I'm not ahead on you on stream.
So we know some fans wanted pre-painted miniatures and some wanted unpainted. So in order to offer something that all player types can celebrate, we're presenting fans with 2 options. We've got the standard edition at $45. This will contain fully assembled, unpainted miniatures. However, the minis within this battle box will feature a paint wash to make all the fine details of these minis pop. At $65, we have the premium painted edition. It'll contain the same fully assembled miniatures, but they're premium painted. And what we mean by that is they have more than just a touch of paint. They have a premium quality, fully painted appearance. To provide some additional information, like we've used over 200 paint ops on the 6 minis within the battle box. And some of you might be like, well, what the heck is a paint op? What does that mean? Well, a paint op refers to any action the painter takes. So any step taken to apply a single color of paint to a specific area or applying a paint wash. Regardless of which version you choose, the remaining game components are identical. The hex tile terrain pieces and the terrain features will be full color plastic, just like what you've seen in previous Heroscape releases.
Nice. That's awesome. Yeah, I'm really glad the team was able to give the fans the option to choose based on their preference here. Okay, now let's get into the fun part, what everyone's been waiting for. Can you please tell us about the 6 miniatures included in the battle box?
Yes, I would love to. So shown here are the Paint Masters for the Premium Painted Edition. These Paint Masters will be used by the factory as a paint guide for production. And first up, we've got our boy Anshu, the Welkenai. And as the community can see, we wanted to keep the original card shape, the 7 hex shape. Our boy Anshu's able to attack twice with his ranged Sonic Blast special attack. And actually, I'm going to pause for a few moments so that way you can have time to admire everything.
Yeah, you guys, we'll leave Anshu up on the screen for a moment here. I know everybody probably wants to grab a screenshot and read through the card. But I will say, don't worry, you don't have to speed read. We are going to have character biographies with visuals of both the mini and character card for literally all of the characters in Wave 1, posted on the Heroscape website after the stream, and we'll talk about that Heroscape website in a little bit here. So basically, don't worry about missing the small details. I know if it was me, I would want to spend
He's talking about the Heroscape website for me right now.
Each of these looking at them. So yeah, what else do we have, Lee?
Here we have the popular Killian Vane III. Killian has a powerful ranged blunderbuss special attack that forces enemies to fall back and be out of line of sight.
Let me see. Maybe
he also has a fantastic mustache and really cool hat.
I'm about a minute behind.
Should.
He does have
because of the buffering,
mustache.
but it's not buffering for me.
A second to take a look. Oh, I'm looking at it on screen here now. Man, yeah, I can't get over it. They look so cool. When I was putting this together, I was just so excited, but gosh, yeah, I'm really happy we get to share them now. All right, who's next?
We also have powerful Dryan wizard Awashia, Master of Tides. Awashia has the ability to command familiars, allowing a smaller medium beast you control, Awashia, like our boy Anshu, to take a turn before she does. Awashia also has the ability to create water. She can command the water around her and turn it into a devastating attack.
Yeah, so the mini for Awashia is especially cool. I've actually gotten to see a lot of these in person because I'm taking them to Gamma next week, the Gamma trade show. So yeah, Awashia is awesome. She's actually quite a bit bigger than a lot of the other minis, so really imposing and kind of threatening on the battlefield for sure. Yeah, any others to cover here?
For sure. We also have Theobani, the Void Siren, our Maro Pirate, Bachburna, and we also have Kita the Spring Runner, our Noble Beast. If you pop on over to the website after the stream, you can see the army cards for all these heroes.
All right, awesome. Now, before we move away from the minis, can you speak a little bit to their compatibility with previous Heroscape content?
Absolutely. So the War Council tested these extensively during original development against original Heroscape content. Fans of previous releases are set. Nothing has changed from the designs released previously. And once again, these heroes are compatible with
they're talking about compatibility right now
and future Heroscape releases.
Okay.
All right, and I understand this battle box will also contain a brand new terrain tile called Wellspring Water. What can you tell us about this and then all the other terrain in this box?
Yes, so Wellspring Water is a special water tile. It is opalescent and it adds some gameplay functionality. The community actually had some great guesses about what happens when your figure lands on a Wellspring Water tile, and some of you are actually really, really, really close. I was like, get out of my brain, how do you know this? But here's all the details. So when your figure lands on a Wellspring Water tile, you roll a d20. On a roll of 12 or higher, your hero feels the restorative power of the Wellspring Water and heals by removing one wound marker from their army card. However, if you roll a 1 or a 2, your hero encounters insufferable visions and takes 2 wounds. The battle box also includes 31 different hex terrain tiles, 7 of which are the Wellspring Water tiles.
Okay.
We've got a variety of types and sizes. There's grass, rock, those precious sparkly blue water
some
tiles.
new jungle trees. Yeah.
Got the Wellspring Water.
Oh, they're bringing the
and we also have
sparkly
two
water back.
13 height flower jungle trees. These trees are actually really massive in scale, and they help elevate your battle maps.
They are, yeah. They're actually really huge. I got to see like some prototype, like 3D prints, and they're big. They're substantial. I was surprised at just how big they are. Okay, cool. So what can you tell us about the scenarios that players will get to experience in the battle box?
Well, within the scenarios, there's a band of treacherous pirates under the command of an unknown leader. And these pirates are scheming to poison a minor wellspring. There's a group of heroes comprised of defenders from the Dryans, and they've been assigned the crucial task of safeguarding the
that's a big wound. 2 wounds.
Right, yeah, that sounds cool. I'm a big fan of pirates, so
welcome, Ben.
I'm actually really excited for this one. I think pirates are probably the first army I'm going to bring to the table, so super cool. All right, now, before we move on to our second reveal, I understand there's also a promo that players can get by pre-ordering. Can you tell us about that?
For sure. So fans can pre-order either the Battle Box or Master Set, more to come on that in a bit, from the Renegade web store or a local game store who's participating in the pre-order promotion to get premium painted Sergeant Drake Alexander miniature. And that's right, Sergeant Drake Alexander is available with your pre-order of either Battle Box or Master Set, or both. You'll get Sergeant Drake for free. If you prefer to pre-order through your local game store, you should first ask if they'll be participating in the Heroscape Wave 1 pre-order promotion. But also know they probably won't be ready to take your orders for a bit, so please just let them know that you're interested for now. And lastly, I'd like to take a moment to cover mine and Renegade's approach to promo figures. The bottom line is, any gameplay miniatures will always be made accessible to all players. These types of promo miniatures will eventually be available for sale on our web store at a later time after release. We understand that not everyone can always pre-order, so we want to make sure everyone's taken care
of. Awesome. Thanks, Lee.
That's cool.
So yeah, you all can pre-order either that premium painted or standard edition of the Battle Box now. It's going to be an August release, and don't forget about that Sergeant Drake Alexander pre-order promo. Okay, time for our second reveal for Wave 1 of Heroscape for 2024. We are thrilled to reveal the first of a new ongoing terrain system line for Heroscape.
I'm excited about this.
Edge. Yeah. Lee, can you please tell us about this terrain pack?
Of course. The Grove at Lara's Edge terrain pack introduces special terrain pieces for Heroscape. It includes 3 different sizes of Lara jungle trees, which are impressively massive in scale. And we'll display an example up on the screen so you can visualize the impact they'll have on your battlefield map. Additionally, the pack contains 6 brand new Lara underbrush terrain pieces, adding dimension and texture to your battlefield map, truly enhancing its realism as you duck down and take advantage of jungle pieces. And all terrain from Wave 1 releases are molded with colored plastic, just as you've seen in previous Heroscape releases.
Yeah, and again, the trees are actually genuinely massive. To see a 3D print, and they're huge.
They're probably 8 inches tall.
They're very big on the field, but what can you tell us?
That's going to be awesome.
The gameplay implications. What does that actually mean when they are on the field?
So both the Lara jungle trees and the Lara underbrush obstruct line of sight. However, you can still utilize ranged attacks as long as there's a clear line of sight maintained between or through the Lara jungle pieces. Also, the Lara jungle pieces grant an adjacent defending figure 1 additional die when making their defense rolls. The Lara jungle trees found in the battle box also utilize these same game mechanics.
This is cool.
Now, I'm sure many of you might have noticed a certain terrain system logo on the box. Lee, can you tell us what this is about?
For sure. So, one of the standout features of Heroscape is its terrain. There's truly nothing else like it. Players have the freedom and flexibility to create their own battlefield map, and it's unparalleled, which is why we consider it a terrain system in its own right. And what's even cooler is that you can use this hextile terrain system in other games too. So if you're a fan of RPGs like the G.I. Joe role-playing game, you can utilize the Heroscape terrain system to craft your next map. The possibilities are virtually endless.
Yeah, I'm a big RPG player, and the terrain that's in Heroscape is better than most RPG terrain on the market. So you might as well use Heroscape terrain. I'm just going to say that right now. All right, now, can you give us one more quick recap of everything in the Grove at Lara's Edge terrain pack?
I'd love to. So there's 3 different Lara jungle trees. There's a 12, 13, and 14 height tree. There are 6 brand new 10 height Lara underbrush pieces. You also get 1 new map to build a new battlefield for defending Valhalla. And, I didn't mention this. The Grove at Lara's Edge is priced at $50.
Awesome. Perfect. So this one is going to be an August release as well. You all can pre-order now. All right. Time for that third and final reveal. This is the one that I am most excited for. I've been sitting here tapping my foot, just waiting to get to this one. So without further ado, we are thrilled to reveal the Age of Annihilation Master Set. Lee, please tell us about this one.
Oh my goodness. I'm so excited for this. So for those of you who are not familiar with Heroscape, but you're tuning in because you're like, wait, what? What's this? A master set is like a core set or a base game. It contains everything you need to support hours of super epic, fun gameplay. And actually, I'll provide an overview of everything that's in the box. There are 20 brand new miniatures for Heroscape. It contains 74 hex tile terrain pieces,
terrain features. Okay.
23 Lar wall terrain features,
74 terrain pieces. That's
and
not
the
bad.
master set supports 2 players, but it can scale up to 4 players with the addition of a battle box or master set. The master set also includes 9 brand new scenarios to support hours of gameplay. And just like the battle box, the master set is compatible with previous and upcoming Heroscape releases.
Nice. And now before we get into all of these details, can you tell everyone about the 2 options they'll have when ordering the master set?
Yes. So let me tell you about these 2 options. We're offering a standard edition and a premium painted edition of the master set. At $125, the standard edition contains fully assembled, unpainted miniatures with a paint wash that will highlight some of the amazing details. At $225, we have the premium painted edition, and this contains fully assembled, premium painted miniatures. And remember, like, these are more than just like a standard paint job. They have a premium quality painted appearance. We used over 1,200 paint ups on the 20 minis within this box.
Really good.
The remaining components are identical no matter which version of the master set you choose. The hex tile terrain pieces and terrain features are full color plastic, just like what you've seen in previous Heroscape content.
Nice. All right, so fun part, round 2. Please take us through all of the miniatures in this box.
Sure. So there are 20 new figures. We've got some notable squads. Shown here are the Exiles of the Sundered Sea. And these pirates were summoned to Valhalla by Uthgar. However, they deserted his army since they decided to form an alliance with themselves.
So yeah,
excuse the pun here, but that's a price you pay for pre-painted miniatures.
This with Killian,
expensive.
maybe there's some synergy there. I like pirates, so that's
pirates are definitely having a moment. So
yeah, exactly.
So if the paint looks like this, these are objectively better than the original paint jobs of Heroscape.
And these thick bears from Nox Dorma are armed with iron and steel. And these knights are also fast, and they bond with other champions that follow Jandar.
Thick is actually a very accurate word to describe these. I've got these minis on hand as well, and they're substantial. I was surprised. They're big. They're beefy boys. So yeah, they're going to be imposing. Who else do you have?
We also have some notable heroes. We have Leviatak, the Kiri warrior. Leviatak leads the battlefield, and she helps boost movement of her fellow Uthgar followers when they're in an army with her. She also hits really hard with her Deadly Strike special power, dealing twice the damage.
Leviatak, yeah. So this one is Anais' favorite character, for those of you who might have interacted with her in the community. And, we'll try to move through these ones a little slower as well. I think we've got the character card up for Leviatak right now. I'm sure you guys want to read it, maybe grab a screenshot. But just remember, all of these character bios will be up on the website, so you can actually truly deep dive after the stream. All right, who else do we have to show?
Here we have Zenithrax, the Vine Weaver. Zenithrax is a golden majestic dragon for Ocula with the ability to summon vines across the battlefield, impeding her opponents.
Oh, that's cool.
She can also cause the earth around her to erupt in a devastating attack.
Nice. Yeah, and we'll leave her up on screen for a moment here. She deserves a lot of screen time. I mean, this one is just fantastic. And the mini for this one is actually huge. So I'm transporting all of these minis
I'm looking
to Gamma.
at the base. That thing is going to be
a separate case just for Zenithrax.
That thing's going to be closer. Like, its wings are going to be above the jungles. Those jungle trees.
Absolutely massive. So yeah, it was a bit of a problem, but I figured it out.
Man, my storage solutions is going to.
She's a big girl.
Heroscape is going to be a lot harder to store after this.
And last, we've got our girl Raylan, the Kiri warrior.
Okay.
Raylan when evil.
But this time she's a hero for Uthgar with new special powers. She's able to intimidate her opponents with her terrifying aura, causing them to roll 1 less defense die. And actually, if you look closely, you might spot a mysterious amulet around her neck.
Interesting. Yeah, you can't beat this one. The dragon comes close, but winged tiger mount, that's kind of a different level of cool. So We'll leave her up on
pretty
screen for a
awesome.
second here. Everybody grab your screenshots. But yeah, don't forget all these character bios are going to be up, so don't worry about missing out. I know nobody likes to speed read. Certainly not I.
So instead
yeah.
of explaining
Okay,
what flying
what's
does,
next?
they just have it listed on the
So we're
card,
putting a full list up on the screen so you can check out all
That's
20
true.
of the miniatures in
which
the
I
master
like.
set. You can also visit the website after the stream for character bios on all these characters. You'll also see close-up
on that dragon card, they
photography
really
of the
didn't have room to
mini and their
explain it either.
character
There was
cards
so
or
much
Right.
text.
army cards. Sorry,
All
my
right.
brain is like racing right now due to excitement. So
Oh, there's no dwarf
yeah.
blimp.
Me too. I mean, literally, everybody, we have been waiting for
That's
this
gonna
day
come out
now
later.
for a few
yeah.
months, so we're just as excited as you, honestly. But let's keep moving through it because we've
Looks like
got
there's
a
a
lot to talk
dwarf
about. So moving away
over
from
here,
the
though.
minis, can you tell us about all the terrain players
Yeah,
will
it
find
looks
in
like
this
it.
master set?
For sure.
Ooh.
So there is the same amount of hex tile terrain as advertised from the Vanguard edition and the HasLab campaign. There's a variety of 74 different hex terrain tiles ranging in terrain types and sizes. So we've got grass
If I
tiles,
remember right,
rock
there's
tiles,
more
sand
terrain
tiles,
here than there was in the original
sparkly
master
blue water
set.
tiles that everybody loves.
Really?
So,
And
yeah.
we also have 23 customizable lower wall terrain pieces, which will provide players with the
for
freedom to
125, if you're not one of
customize and
the
construct
signatures
their
painted,
own
that's a
lower
really
wooden
good
walls.
price for how much you
These
get.
wall terrain pieces
Yeah.
will obstruct line
And
of
yeah,
sight
Ben,
and
I'm agreeing with
add
that
some
about it
height
being a
to your
vanilla ability. The
battlefield map.
vanilla abilities should just have a word,
And
like
how
a
many
bold word to tell
scenarios
you
can
what it
players
is.
expect to find in the master set? And is there any sort of like a thematic teaser you could give us?
For sure. So there are 9 playable scenarios in the Age of Annihilation master set. And oh my goodness, I need to like channel like my inner like narrator voice, like a voice of God or something. So give me a moment here to collect myself. So there's an ill-fated peace summit descending into chaos, marking the birth of the Age of Annihilation. Sabotage and mistrust sow disorder as a new era of war unfolds across Valhalla. Old treaties disintegrate, new alliances emerge, and the destiny of the mystical wellsprings teeter on the edge.
Oh man, yeah. I mean, it just sounds so exciting. I can't wait to actually play this myself. All right, so everyone, you can pre-order either the premium painted or standard edition of the Age of Annihilation Master Set now. This one is going to be an August release as well. And don't forget about the premium painted Sergeant Drake Alexander promo miniature that you can get from pre-ordering on the Renegade web store or by pre-ordering from a local game store that is participating in the pre-order promotion. But, just remember the local game stores probably won't be ready to take orders for a little bit. So, go easy on them. Just let them know you're interested for now.
They did a really good job.
And I think we've got it up on screen now. So
if that's what they actually
look
like,
to actually look at this character card, we
which
put that
I
up
don't
on this slide.
have any.
But again, character bios on the website after the stream.
Sorry,
so
I'm trying to pull up the.
All right, I think that about does it for our Wave 1 reveals. As we said, we're just beyond excited to bring all of this to your tables in August. So we're going to put up a breakdown here of everything you can pre-order today, whether your preference is that standard unpainted edition or the premium painted edition for the Battle Box or Master Set. And then you can get that awesome train pack as well. We are just so excited. Thank you for joining us for this. This is the start of an era. But hang on, we're not done. We have something just as important as these reveals to talk about now. In-store organized play support. So Heroscape is a game that's perfect for in-store play. So offering stores support to help build community from day one has been a central focus. So right at launch, on day one, Renegade will offer fully comprehensive organized play support for Heroscape to participating stores. We'll have both casual and competitive ways to participate, official prize support, and advanced tournament software. So let's dive into what all of this is going to look like right now.
Okay, so it's my turn to ask you some questions now, Jordan. When does all this? All right. So when does all this organized play begin, and where's the first place players can get involved?
Yeah, so it's all going to start at Gen Con this year.
Yep.
Players are going to be able to register for either Battle Box events, pre-made events, or for the 20th anniversary championship event. Battle Box events are going to be an entry-level experience playing with the new Battle for the Wellspring Battle Box. Pre-made events will let players bring their own armies to compete, And then participating players in either of those events will receive a premium painted Shiori miniature promo. So I know we've got her up on the screen right now. Take a look. This is one of my
Ooh.
personal
Oh,
favorites.
that's cool.
And, just like the Sergeant Drake Alexander pre-order promo, this miniature will eventually be offered outside of this program for sale on our web store.
Thank you, Renegade.
Now, in these pre-made events, in addition to your premium painted Shiori, you'll also get an exclusive Heroscape t-shirt. This is one of the things I'm most excited about because it is going to feature original
look at her
artwork
hitbox.
specifically designed for this shirt. It'll be only obtainable from these pre-made events at Gen Con 2024. And then what's really cool about this is the t-shirt will be your
if you can see the top ninja or the one on the right,
into the highlight
that doesn't count. That's pretty cool.
Which is going to be the Heroscape 20th Anniversary Championship. So for that 20th Anniversary Championship, players will wear their exclusive t-shirt, they'll get in for free, and then they'll be able to bring their own army to compete against the best Heroscape players at Gen Con. We'll have a one-of-a-kind trophy for the winner of the 20th Anniversary Championship, and that winner will also automatically qualify to compete in the 2025 Heroscape World Championship, which we'll talk about in a few minutes here. And plus, there's going to be an array of random prizes to reward anyone who comes out to play, from collectible uncut sheets of army cards to premium painted editions of the Battle Box and Master Set. We're just going to have a lot of cool stuff there for you guys. We'll even have special photo ops and more stuff along those lines. So really, it's just going to be a massive celebration.
Oh my gosh, I'm super excited for Gen Con, and that all sounds fantastic and amazing. But you need to tell us about the Heroscape launch tournament.
Yes, so you do not need to go to Gen Con to get your Shiori figure. If your local game store hosts a launch tournament, they can give them out to participating players. So starting in August, local game stores around the world will be able to host a Heroscape launch tournament. Stores can order a launch tournament organized play kit direct from Renegade, which contains those premium painted Shiori miniatures, and they'll be able to reward players who participate in one of those launch tournaments at their store.
That's awesome. Now that we've covered what's happening at launch, can you tell us about the casual programs players can participate in with organized play?
Yeah, so let's talk about game store tournaments first. So Heroscape tournaments can be run by local game stores regularly. Stores will be able to schedule and run tournaments through the Heroscape Battle Network that we'll have available at launch. So we'll talk about that in a couple minutes here. The Heroscape launch tournament in August is going to be the first tournaments players can play in. So there's going to be more to come later in the fall of this year. And then starting in 2025, Renegade will offer regular organized play kits with more prize support for stores to run tournaments throughout the entire year. And you can actually tell your local stores to get pre-registered to run these events today. We'll put a link in the chat that you can share with your stores.
That's pretty cool they're doing that.
Can you tell us about the monthly scenario releases? What's this going to be like?
Yes. So monthly scenario releases. These are something I'm very excited about too, because some people just want to play at home perhaps. So what we're going to do is we're going to be offering free monthly scenario releases that players can download online and play anywhere. These will feature dynamic content that keeps these monthly drops feeling really fresh. They'll add sometimes new twists to your games, maybe presenting unique challenges, rule modifications, or sometimes even totally new maps. And these will begin releasing monthly for free to all players worldwide right after launch.
Awesome. Can you tell us about Renegade's competitive programs?
Yes. So we are going to have a World Championship, Store Championships, and Regional Championships all coming in 2025. The first Heroscape World Championship will be held at Gen Con 2025, and it'll be a 3-day tournament with qualifying rounds to crown a Heroscape World Champion. So the World Championship will be open to anybody, but you can get a reserved seat past the first qualifying round by participating in the other competitive programs that we're just about to talk about. So one of those being that local game stores will be able to host their own store championship events starting in 2025, allowing players to compete and see who will take the crown of store champion. And then we will also be hosting regional championships, which will also be coming in 2025 at conventions and select game stores. So these are going to be big, large-scale events and feature some really special prizes. And you can find more comprehensive information on all of these programs on our website. I know this is a ton of information that I'm yelling at you right now, so we'll put a link in the chat and you can go through and really read it all and kind of see what you're interested in. We'll share that link again towards the end of the stream too.
Ugh, that is a lot. So I thought you mentioned a Heroscape battle network.
Somebody in
Can
the
you tell
chat
us more
said they
about that?
dropped $1,200
Yes. So the Battle
for
Network is what
expanded.
I'm personally
$1,200
most excited about. I think it's
Jeez.
really, really cool. The Battle Network is essentially going to be a dedicated Heroscape organized play website, which will serve as a community hub for players, judges, and event organizers. It will also contain comprehensive tournament software. The Battle Network is going to contain features such as Army Builder, worldwide player rankings, earnable player achievements, titles, and more. Like the Army Builder being one of the coolest things about this will allow players to build armies using a comprehensive database of existing and upcoming Heroscape figures. And this will allow every miniature gamer's favorite pastime, theory crafting. And then another one of my favorite aspects is that players will have fully customizable player profiles on the Battle Network. So those achievements we mentioned, they'll unlock ways to customize and kit out your profile to your liking, such as special avatars and titles, so you can really make your profile.
I don't know how much
own
I'll use this
and show
stuff,
off
but
your
I'm loving the
achievements.
support they're giving.
And just to give you a little sneak peek at like some of these achievements and titles, could be tournament player, played in a tournament, Army Builder, enter an army in the Army Builder.
Can tell they're wanting to make this like
player,
a big
play
thing.
in a launch tournament,
Yeah.
and maybe that's how you get your Shiori avatar.
This is a waste of 10-year board
I
game
guess
for
we'll
them.
see. So we'll have a lot more details to share on this in June. But yeah, we're just really excited about it.
Yeah, that all sounds amazing and super exciting. I can't wait for everyone to play. But I think that does it for organized play. Do we have anything else to share before we wrap it up?
Yes, one more thing. So we've
I was going to say, you don't ask a question like that if the answer is no.
But we are very excited to announce the launch of the official Heroscape website. This website is basically going to be your one-stop shop for all things Heroscape. So right now you'll find organized play information, Heroscape news, community info, and what I think is the coolest part, character biographies for literally every single character that is coming in Wave 1. So we know you guys have been waiting. We are showing you everything today. There's no more waiting. It's an August release, but you can dive into everything right now. So go deep dive, have fun after the stream. This was just the tip of the iceberg. There's a lot of characters you can go check out on the website. And we will have more coming to this website over the next few months as well, such as a local game store locator and official painting guides for all of the minis. So just go to heroscape.com or scan that QR on the screen.
Should we wrap it up here?
Yeah, I think that does it. I can't believe it, but yeah, that does it for our Wave 1 reveals. Thank you for joining us, everyone. We hope you're as excited as we are for the launch of Heroscape in August. This really just so much passion and work has gone into this from our team. So we are so excited to share all of this with you. We can't thank you enough for your passion and excitement, and we can't wait for the future. This really is the start of a whole era, just the beginning. So remember, Wave 2 of Heroscape will be coming in the fall of this year. So we're actually going to have 4 more reveals to cover in June. And
June.
If organized play sounded exciting to you, be sure to go tell your local game store to sign up and be ready to get started, because all like those tournaments, day 1, they start day 1. So you get your Heroscape in the mail, you can go and play in a tournament the next day or that day. It's all starting in August.
I thought like 2025.
Just send them the link.
Yeah, that's
on
what
the
I was
screen,
thinking too.
And then don't forget to pre-order. We'll put that breakdown up on the screen one more time. And also, we'll be at Adepticon in just a few weeks. We're going to actually have some early prototype demos available for the Battle Box. So if you're in the area, be sure to come out. And join us on Discord, where the community will be chatting about the launch. We can't wait to see how excited you guys are. Tell us what you think about everything on the website as well. And yeah, check out those character bios on the website. They're really cool. So, all right. Thank you, everyone. Really, this is just the beginning. We're so excited to go on this journey with you. Welcome back to Valhalla. Thanks all.
Oh, she muted. Whoops. It's fine. Like that's exciting. So I'm going to just go ahead and get on this Age of Annihilation page here, and just let's. Okay, before I saw these miniatures, I was extremely I'm only interested in the I'm not interested in pre-painted miniatures. But like I said, I'm looking at these. If let me put that caveat on. If the miniatures look as good as this or close to this, because I understand that this is kind of the prototype. When you actually get in a factory, you lose a little bit of quality. But if it looks as good as this or close to it, let's say 90%. If it looks 90% as good as this, then I could actually see this being worth it.
Oh yeah, 100%.
But this is an objectively better paint job than classic Heroscape.
Mm-hmm.
So that does kind of take care of a little bit of my frustrations with that, I guess. Well, Stephen, what do you think about all this?
I think it's great. I think it's awesome. I I expected it to be more expensive than that. I'm like around the $200 range, like you said before. I'm glad they made a cheaper option. Um, and I also like all the stuff they're doing with like the community. They're trying to get that community together and like make it like this big thing. Like they're kind of trying to bring back Heroscape with a bang, kind of thing.
Yeah, yeah. So, this is a yeah. I really like the fact that I mean, again, the original Age of Annihilation had more miniatures than what they revealed here, so I'm not surprised that they have Wave 2 ready to go in the wings here. But I thought I thought they'd wait till after Heroscape came out to announce it, but that's June. That's 2 months before Heroscape comes out, which is a great way to build hype for Heroscape. Like that's like, hey, this is also coming out. So I think that's pretty smart, and the fact that they announced that they'll have news in June, I think that's pretty good too. But yeah, that's a great reveal. I know people are going to be complaining about the price. I kind of said this in the earlier stream, but like the idea of a $20, $30 Heroscape isn't going to happen. It's just prices are we've have 20 years of inflation.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on just a second. I gotta talk to my son here. Okay, sorry. All right. So I think there's going to be a segment of the original Heroscape base that you're just not going to please. And there's nothing they can do about those people. It seemed like it looked like they were deleting some of the negative comments in the chat, but it looked like overwhelmingly it was pretty positive on the Renegade chat. So let's see how many. Okay, so 20.
I mean, you're always going to have those.
Yeah.
You're always going to have those groups like that. They love the older style, the older games so much that this just looks too new for them, kind of thing. They're always going to have something to complain about.
Well, believe me, I cannot break out Heroscape without breaking a piece or two from my old collection, so I'm happy to have new terrain. And even okay, why I was thinking about this the other day about how I was like, well, I hope they at least offer the option to buy unpainted miniatures, and so they did. So that was like my biggest wish going into this. So the thing is, why that's a good option, even if you're going to buy the painted options, because if you want to buy another master set, you don't have to buy another set of painted miniatures. You can save yourself $100 just by doing that, which is great.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
So if you're just buying for the terrain, them announcing the terrain set is great, but I hope that they release hexagon terrain packs. Like, give me a terrain pack that has twice as many terrain tiles as the master set,
Right.
Just so I can build up a big thing, so I don't have to worry about buying all this extra stuff. Because that's a relatively cheaper thing than these miniatures. Like these terrains, to produce these terrain, it's cheaper than it would be for the miniatures. So yeah, I think again next week I'm going to put out like a more researched video on all my thoughts, but yeah, I'm definitely going to pre-order this. I think I'm going to, at least maybe for the 2-player battle box, since it's only $20 more, I might buy that version of the painted miniatures just to actually critique the paint jobs. I wouldn't consider myself a great painter, I consider myself a competent painter, but I can recognize good paint jobs. So if they come out looking like I said 90 or 80% as good as they're showing here, they'll be fine. But if they come out looking blobby and like the details aren't in there, then I think it'll be a ripoff.
Oh yeah.
And I will let you guys know what I actually think about that. But yeah, there's going to be a lot of Heroscape content coming from us in August based off of this.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, do you have any other thoughts that you'd like to? Oh, my one thing is a nitpick, and this is a stupid nitpick, but it's a nitpick nonetheless. They put a bunch of pirates in a set that doesn't have a lot of water.
Right.
So I would think that if I was going to put like a bunch of pirates in one set, it would be a very water focused theme. But um, I don't know what decisions they were making. They probably had to work with the stuff that was already designed and play tested. So
Mm-hmm.
anyway, that's just one of my things. But I'm glad they're bringing the sparkly water back. It does look better. When originally why they quit doing the sparkly water was it was a an attempt to cut prices, so they wouldn't have to raise the prices of the master set. Um,
Right.
so back when Avalon Hill was trying to push this, where they showed everything that was coming out, the one of the figures was Solon, the wizard, with the dragon on his shoulder.
Yeah.
But his dragon was big enough that he was riding it. So
Oh.
that was pretty cool.
Oh yeah.
But yeah.
Well, and they added the wellspring water tiles as well in this.
Yeah, that's going to be fun. Like
Yeah.
that's going to make and break some games, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well. Well, like I said, unless there's anything else you wanted to add, I think we can kind of close this for now.
Yeah, I mean, I think my like biggest complaint was I think you already mentioned it, but like, yeah, they didn't mention like the terrain, just the terrain packs. I thought they were
Mhm.
going to be doing something that could be like maybe the second wave or something like that, maybe.
Yeah.
But yeah, I did like that they mentioned the jungle pack though.
Yeah. And they kind of confirmed that they are I think she said there was like an interview late last year
Hmm.
where they were talking about it, and I think that girl said that they were going to be releasing. I think she said that she was currently developing 4 of them,
Okay.
and that was like 6 months ago. So,
Mhm.
like I said, I hope to see just give me a pack that's a master set box size, just full of terrain and nothing else.
Hmm.
Um, so, yeah. When we get this stuff, we'll be making a BattleTech game for sure. Just to show people the versatility of this terrain.
Right. Right.
And I'm not sure what I'm going to do with my old terrain because it keeps breaking. So I gotta figure that out.
Retire it just.
Yeah, it might go into storage for a long time. But yeah, I like that they're putting the vanilla abilities just as a single word. Like everybody knows what flying means, and I'm sure they'll have all the powers like in the back of a book or something where you can look them up.
Oh yeah.
So good for them for doing that. That's going to save card space, and yeah, this is again. I don't know how much I'll spend like looking at other people's army builds because I don't really pay a whole lot of attention to meta stuff because I like to just do my own thing. I
Right.
know that it means I'll never like win anything, but I'll be looking out to see if any of the local stores in my area have the tournament just so I can go get that figure for free.
Oh
But
yeah.
Renegade, they always offer promos for sale afterwards, and I cannot tell you how much I appreciate that because I've bought several of their promos afterwards because I either didn't have the finances to buy the stuff when it was out for pre-order, or in some cases I just didn't know about it and then I found out afterwards. So for them always putting their stuff on their website afterwards, and you just pay a little bit more than I mean, they usually offer it for free for pre-orders, but for me, that's just really, really nice of them. And there are going to be people who are going to discover Heroscape next year who are also going to be really glad that you can get Drake and what's that ninja's name again? Um,
Ooh.
yeah, the purple ninja. I can't remember her name, but
Yeah, I don't remember it either.
there are going to be people who are going to be really glad that you can get them instead of going to eBay and paying triple or $200 just to get one figure.
Right.
So, well, I think if that's it, again, if there's anything you want to say, go ahead. But we just wanted to say thank you guys for watching. And we'll catch you in the next one. So until next time, take the initiative and roll out.
See you.
Okay. I'm going to end the stream in a second here. We're muted, by the way. Well, I'm not muted.